In this podcast, we will be discussing electromagnetic radiation and the Riverwood High School bus policy. There are three main types of electromagnetic radiation we receive from the sun: ultraviolet, visible light, and infrared. As this radiation enters the atmosphere, it interacts with the gases that are also in the atmosphere. Some of it is absorbed and some of it passes through.
Infrared radiation is heat energy, and visible light is also a type of radiation. However, the higher the frequency and the more energy the radiation has, the more dangerous it can become. On the subject of Riverwood High School bus policy, idling a vehicle for 10 minutes typically consumes about 0.10 liters of fuel and produces about 0.25 kilograms of carbon dioxide. On average, the 10 Riverwood High School bus engines each idle 40 minutes daily.
This means that 10 buses release 10 kilograms of CO2 and consume 4 liters of gas daily while idle. If you take this further, it means that 1,800 kilograms are released yearly while idle and 720 liters are consumed. This explains the reason that the amount of CO2 has increased by 30% since 1800. Fossil fuels become CO2 in a matter of just minutes, but it takes so long for the CO2 to become a fossil fuel that the CO2 just builds up in the atmosphere.
Now the big question is whether or not this policy will make a difference in global carbon emissions. It won't make a difference itself, as there are millions of buses in the country and even more millions of cars in the country and in the rest of the world. But if every school in the country were to do this, it could have a very positive effect on CO2 emissions. Whether or not this policy is beneficial for the school district is a simpler question. If the amount of CO2 emitted and fuel burned while idle is less than the amount when the buses started up again, then there's all the reason in the world for this policy to be implemented. However, if more fuel is burned when starting the bus, then it should not be implemented.